Hi, amazing people.
Hello, amazing people. Hi, amazing people. Hello, amazing people. What's up, amazing people? Hi, amazing people. Hi, amazing people. Hello, amazing people. Hi, amazing people.
Hi, amazing people. Welcome back to another video. And for today's vlog, pag-uusapan natin ang aking recent trip sa Ho Chi Minh City sa Vietnam. We will talk about the whole process, my whole journey on the 1 week that I stayed in Vietnam. And sana meron din kayo matutunan dito dahil budget reveal din natin. So, didiscuss natin lahat ng expenses, mga binook via Klook, and mga others na binook online, and what it is that you have to know prior to getting to Vietnam. So, come on guys, let's go! Una nating pag-usapan guys is yung aking departure from the Philippines. Of course, you have to make sure that you have your flights ready, and aralin yung mabuti yung date ng inyong flights guys, because it would matter in deciding as to what your check-in date for your hotel would be. Just like in my situation, ang hotel reservation ko na binook ko via Klook is I booked it July 28th, pero ang dating ko doon sa Vietnam is July 29 ng 12:30 AM. So, kaya ko siya binackdate ng 1 day. It's because wala tayong mapagstayan from my arrival up until the next check-in time, which is usually at 2 p.m. It's a good strategy for you guys to know and to identify what your flight time would be, so you would know if you would backdate your hotel reservation or you would book it on the day itself, or I mean you would book it on the actual date of your arrival. That's one. Another is of course e-travel guys. It's good to know information na kailangan meron tayong e-travel, fill out e-travel for departure and upon or before you arrive to the Philippines. So, dalawang beses tayo mag-e-travel. One is pag-alis ng Philippines, second is pagbalik sa Philippines. So, you may do that 72 hours prior to your departure or your arrival to the Philippines. Speaking of hotels, guys, balikan lang natin yung aking mga hotels na pinagstayan sa Vietnam. So, meron akong dalawang pinagstayan, majority of which is in Cos Room sa Fair Residences, which is located sa District 1 ng Vietnam. So, it's in the city center, so malapit siya sa lahat. Kaya kung napansin nyo dun sa vlogs ko, marami akong instances na naglalakad lang papunta or pabalik sa hotel kasi medyo malapit lang naman for me. So, if you're fond of walking ng ilang kilometro at di kayo napapagod, I suggest pwede kayo maglakad, pero mura lang din ang kanilang mga transportation, so pwede kayong Grab. So, sa Cos Room Hotel, I stayed there for technically 7 days and 6 nights. And ang pinaka nagastos ko doon, ang total sa Philippine peso is 7,836 pesos and 50 cents for 7 days and 6 nights reservation. And then, since ang flight ko na naman pabalik ng Philippines is Monday morning ng 1 a.m. 1 a.m. on a Monday, ang nagbook ako ng extra day or couple of hours, extra night stay sa isa pang hotel, which is Valentine Hotel. And that is just for 691 pesos and 40 cents. Just so we have a place where we could settle in our luggages and our things, and we could freshen up bago yung flight natin. Ang Cos Room Hotel kasi guys, wala silang lobby, wala silang place where you could ask them to store your luggages. Wala silang ganun, unlike sa Singapore or sa Japan. Nung nagpunta tayo, pwede natin paiwan yung mga luggages natin, tapos balikan na lang kapag papunta na tayo ng airport. So, kaya kailangan meron tayong place na mapag-iiwanan ng gamit. And nung chinek ko sa Klook, pinakamurang lumabas yung Valentine Hotel. Quick hotel review. The first one, the Cos Room sa Fair Residences Hotel, guys. It's a condo hotel, meaning may mga residents yon. May mga residential floors sila, tapos meron sila mga floors na for guests only. So, ang napili kong napagbukan ko is yung ground floor. So, ang pros niya is hindi ka na mag-elevator, hindi ka na maghahagdan, and madali pagpasok, paglabas. Pero ang cons niya, since few steps lang from the main door yung room mo, dinig mo lahat ng ingay dun sa baba. So, hindi ko yun nasabi dun sa vlog ko, pero hindi naman siya major thing. Pero syempre, minsan kasi kapag medyo maingay yung mga tao, magigising ka from your sleep. So, kung medyo light sleeper ka, like me, like me, medyo maapektuhan ka ng ganitong situation. Pero all the rest, it's good. May cookware sila, pwede ka magluto. Nakapagluto ako couple of times, and then peaceful naman, and may kompleto naman yung gamit nila doon. It's good and it's very affordable. Sa Valentine Hotel naman guys, kung talagang tipid at budgeted yung iyong trip, I would recommend this hotel. Ang pinaka-con niya lang guys is, ayun, medyo maingay sa Boyvian Street kasi party street yon. So, paggabi talagang maririnig mo yung malalakas na ingay ng bands and ng sounds and ng music. Kung hindi ka naman nga, again, apektado sa mga ganong bagay, kasi nasa higher floor na ako pero naririnig ko pa rin guys. Kung hindi siya big deal sa'yo, then book this one kasi okay din naman yung loob ng room nila. Decent din naman. We're done with the hotels. Next naman guys, pag-usapan natin yung mga day-to-day activities na ginawa ko doon sa aking pagstay sa Ho Chi Minh City. Marami akong mga Binoc via Klook, pero isa lang yung pinaka-tour na Binoc ko via Klook, which is yung Mekong Delta and Co Chi Tunnels tour. So, it's a whole day tour. Pupuntahan nyo na yung Mekong Delta River and then yung Co Chi Tunnels. Meron din mga tour sa Klook, guys, where you could book them separately. Yung kung gusto nyo Co Chi Tunnels lang or Mekong Delta lang. Pero ako, I decided to book them together. Nasa 3,500 ito. Pero if you use my promo code, Emil Klook, mas makakatipid kayo kahit pa paano. Meron siyang 5% discount. So, sulit naman ito kasi kang included na lunch and all the activities hanggang sa ibalik kayo sa iyong hotel. Pick up and drop off sa hotel nyo mismo. So, very sulit siya sa akin and very comfortable dahil naka-limousine tayo nung nag-ride or nung pinick up tayo at drop off tayo sa ating hotel. All the rest na mga itinerary ko, binuko ko rin via Klook pero ako na mismo yung pumunta doon. Always make sure you have your Google Maps ready and Google Translate, guys. If you know Google Translate, guys, just type in the things you want to say in English and then translate it to Vietnamese. Usually, ganun yung ginagawa ko. Pinapakita ko lang yung phone ko sa kanila na, oh, ito yung gusto kong sabihin. And usually, or majority of the time, they will understand. Kaya, malaking tulong kung meron kayong Google Translate din. So, tip yan guys. Kasi magagamit nyo rin yan not just sa Vietnam, but for any other countries that you would go to na hindi kayo native speaker of their language. After doon guys, may mga iba't iba din akong binok sa Klook. Of course, yung Suoy Tien Theme Park na binoko via Klook. Medyo malayo ito sa Kabihasnan guys, sa District 1. So, kung mag-grab motor kayo, be prepared kasi medyo malayong biyahe ito. Kaya nung pagbalik, nag-grab car na ako kasi nakakapagod talaga kapag matagal sa motorcycle. Lalo na the way they drive. They drive their motorcycles a lot differently than we do here in the Philippines. Kaya medyo na culture shock ako. Pero okay naman. That's their norm. So, nag-book din ako sa Landmark 81, which is a one-of-a-kind experience, guys. Kasi it's not just a roof deck. There are activities that you can participate in that is included on the package that you will book via Klook. And then, nag-book din ako ng isa pang skyscraper, sky deck, which is sa Bitexco. Hindi ko na Saigon Sky Deck. Yun yung isa pa na nabook ko din. So, magandang experience din yun, guys, if you have time. And sa food naman, guys, and cafe, ito, sobrang dami kong napuntahan. Very, very, very happy ako dun sa cafes na napuntahan ko. Very aesthetic. I would recommend you guys yung King Koi Cafe. Yun yung cafe na nasa gitna kayo ng isang malaking koi fish aquarium. Tapos nandun yung tables and chairs sa gitna. So, may enjoy mo yun kasi you get a chance to feed the koi fishes. And then, cafe apartments, of course, kahit anong cafe doon, good. Kasi masasarap lahat and aesthetic lahat tignan. You could also try Kong Cafe. Yun yung cafe na isa sa mga sikat sa buong Vietnam, not just sa Saigon. And then, nag-try din ako sa Saigon Oi. Saigon Oi is dun yun sa cafe apartments. Little Hanoi, guys. That's also one of my highly recommended cafes na puntahan ninyo. Kasi meron silang mga tote bags na you get to buy for just $1. Tapos marami silang mga pa-freebies like postcards. Meron din silang libreng wallet. And very friendly yung kanilang staff. So, talagang masusulit ninyo yung pagstay nyo doon. Tapos, Ola Hill. Ola Hill is a restaurant doon sa tapat ng Tan Din Church. Yung pink church nila, guys. medyo pricey lang yung presyo ng kanilang mga bilihin, pero masarap din naman yung salad nila guys na binili ko doon, masarap. So kung medyo may budget tayo ng konti, pwede tayong mag-try doon kasi meron sila dong view wherein you could take a picture directly na ang background mo yung Tan Din Church. It's also good to know. Safe po ba sa Vietnam maglakad-lakad? Kasi maraming beses na naglakad ako and I would say na yes, it is. Hindi man siya ganun kaliwanag yung mga streets nila, pero safe naman. Kahit gabi nakakapaglakad-lakad ako and I did not feel any harm around me. Okay naman. Wala naman akong experience na negative nung naglalakad-lakad ako sa buong Saigon, or at least dun sa mga spaces or dun sa mga areas na napuntahan ko. Majority of which is in District 1. So, kung magbubook kayo ng hotel, make sure it's within District 1 para malapit kayo sa city center at malapit sa kahit saan. For pasalubong guys, I suggest bumili kayo ng maraming pasalubong dun sa Coconut Village nila or dun sa Coconut Candy Island. Kasi doon guys, pinakamura compared sa Bentan Market as far as yung mga sweets nila is concerned. Mas mura doon na compare ko yung pricing. And sa Bentan Market kasi guys is if they figure out that you're a tourist, they would give you a high markup on their prices. So, makikipagtawaran ka pa sa kanila. And minsan, mas mataas pa rin kahit tumawad ka na. Kaya, better na doon kayo bumili ng mga pasalubong na candy sa Coconut Island. And then sa Saigon Square, doon kayo bumili ng mga iba pang pasalubong. Okay din naman sa benta, nakapamili din ako ng iilan. Pero yun nga, maraming beses akong nagtanong, medyo mas mataas talaga yung binibigay nilang price sa tourists. Ayun lang guys, maraming mga locations or attractions sa Vietnam na malapit sa isa't isa sa Saigon. So, kung medyo masipag ka maglakad, lakad-lakad ka lang, makikita mo na yun next. Always just use Google Maps para ituro ka sa right direction. And basta sarap din yung kanilang mga pagkain sa kanilang night market and street food. So, it's also a must try. And lastly, as far as their transportation is concerned, guys, always make sure to check rates on Grab. And then, meron kasi silang Grab na motorcycle, Grab car, and meron din Grab discounted rates. So, scroll down mo lang yung Grab para ma-check mo yung buong mga rates on their different transportation options para mapili mo yung pinakamura. So, yun yung ginagawa ko, kaya minsan mas mura yung nabubook ko kasi meron mas murang Grab car rate on a particular hour. Tapos, check nyo rin yung mga offers kasi sometimes they give offers to a specific payment methods, like if you're using a credit card or Visa, MasterCard, or cash, meron ibang nagbibigay ng discount. To sum it all up, guys, ang nagastos ko sa aking buong Vietnam trip ay 62,118 pesos and 80 cents. So, that includes my flight with 20k baggage going to Ho Chi Minh and 40k going back to the Philippines, the hotel reservations, travel tax, all of the tours and all of the bookings that I made via Klook, and then my daily allowance and yung aking mga pasalubong. Medyo malaking chunk talaga guys dito yung pasalubong. So, if you're watching my previous videos or previous vlogs sa ibang lugar, medyo marami ako bumili ng pasalubong because I belong to a big family and talagang I make sure that there is something for everyone. And meron din akong gym staff na pinapasalubungan kahit papaano, and gusto ko kahit papaano sa mga napupuntahan ko meron silang nakukuha or meron silang something to remember it by. That's it. Pero again, it's up to you on how you would customize your own itinerary and your own gastos. If you're gonna ask me kung mura ba o mahal ba sa Vietnam, I would say mura sa Vietnam, guys. It's just up to you kung paano mo ina-navigate yung gastos mo. Pero as far as food, yung basic necessities is concerned, very, very, very affordable ang pagpunta dito sa Ho Chi Minh City sa Vietnam. So, yun lang guys. Maraming salamat sa panonood. Hope you learned something from this video. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and then share this video. And please hit the notification bell para updated kayo sa aking mga future vlogs. And meron na naman tayong isang travel series na dapat abangan dito sa AJTV Amazing Travels. So, yun lang guys. Bye!